Can you give some
No.
recommendations for some starting platforms they should use, like maybe ClickFunnels or Canva,
Yes,
things like
some
that?
fantastic stuff, right? So if you're getting started, I'm always about the idea of what's known as the lean startup. It's a great book by Eric Ries. It talks about this idea of MVP, minimum viable product. So think about it in terms of this, right? If you were going to run a 12-week program, just for argument's sake, well, how can I do a test just to see if I'm on the right track? Because I don't want to go through and build a whole 12-week course and I'm going to be completely off. So can I just put up a post and say, hey, I want to coach somebody for 12 days. And I'm going to take them through a modular day for 12 days. And it's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to get a pretty good taste of it, right? So I'm a big fan for just lean. We call it at Wild Success, we call it $1 solutions to $1 million problems. So sometimes you don't have time to create a big, massive solution that's really well thought through, but you can do something that's a bit of a stopgap that'll get the job done. I'm all for that. So for me, as a starting point, if you're building a business online, you can do a lot with just Facebook and Instagram. So obviously you can do all your marketing and your organic content there. That makes it pretty easy. But Facebook groups really allow you to run a whole business and deliver your programs or your curriculums or whatever you might be doing. I'm assuming you're all doing service stuff. You can do that. Or you can build a community group and you can sell your physical products to that community group. So we once had a client in the US that used to sell like hair extensions, and that was her business online. So she had an incredible community of African-American women in the US. It was like a hairstyling group, and she would just put up posts with the specials that she had for her hair pieces, and her braids and stuff, and they would sell just off that. So you don't need much more than that. If you're going to do a physical business where you're actually going to sell product, then things like Shopify are a great platform, and you probably don't need much more than that. It's pretty comprehensive. You may also look at creating like an Amazon store as well if you wanted to, or go even more local and a starting point like Gumtree, Facebook, Marketplace, etc. If you're going to go though, and it's more service-based, there's a couple of platforms that we use. So all of our digital marketing is run through Facebook and Instagram. That then goes to ClickFunnels, and we'll put a link up as well. You guys can get a 14-day free trial on ClickFunnels. So we use it for everything. So the cool part about ClickFunnels is not only they've got a tremendous amount of sales templates for landing pages and websites and all that stuff, but it's also a built-in membership platform. So not just CRM, so client relationship management software, but it's also a membership site. So you can build your courses and curriculums in the actual websites that you're designing. So that ticks a couple of boxes pretty much straight away. So I would use ClickFunnels as a starting point. The other options as well that you can utilize in terms of like brochures and materials and that sort of stuff is we use Quilla, QWILR. That's just great to create like PDFs and downloads and brochures. Or Canva is a great platform for that as well. We also really heavily use project management software Monday if you're managing a team. We also use Slack in terms of internal communication in our company, and Messenger for that purpose as well. I'm a big believer and big fan of Kajabi, so that's where we hold a lot of our content in Kajabi, but we're actually now just build out a custom portal for us on the back end because we need something that's a bit more robust. So we do that. For calendars and booking in appointments or consultations, we use You Can Book Me, but you could equally use Calendly as well. They do the same thing. And then if you're starting out and you just want a basic customer relationship system, so like an email management system, we would recommend that you guys use Aweber. Aweber, Active Campaigns. Aweber is a good starting point. Active Campaigns is more robust. So it's not the cheapest on the market, but it's very cheap, but it's quite robust. We use a system called Go High Level, which is cool, but it just takes a bit of stuff to get your head around. So I'd recommend, and we recommend for a lot of our clients to use Active Campaigns as that starting point as well. So there's some tech stuff that can help you guys get started. If you're going to be using, if you're going to be calling clients, you can use Twilio for those principles and purposes. Anything else, Chica, that we use that's worthwhile referencing? Ash? She's got her headphones in. Yeah. She can't hear me. Yeah, she don't give a fuck. She's actually she's not even listening to anything. She just doesn't want to speak to me today. So yeah, that gives you a bit of an idea.
Well, you can maybe give some recommendations for some platforms they could use for payment stuff, maybe Stripe.
Oh yeah, Stripe. Yeah, so we're big believers in Stripe, and Stripe actually integrates with ClickFunnels. So when someone is on ClickFunnels and is wanting to buy your product or service, they can just pay straight away online. So we use Stripe for everything. It's a great mobile app, so it also gives you the ability to track your income and your expenses and your monthly recurring revenue. So we use Stripe for everything. It's a digital-first platform. It's free to create a Stripe account. It's cheaper than PayPal. That's why we don't use PayPal. But Stripe is definitely your go-to for payment processing for sure.